normalization by prematurely offering to work with Trump before he has shown even the slightest bit of contrition. Congressional Democrats are hollowing out the argument that they made for months that he's unfit for office, and that is precisely the argument that needs to be made now more than ever. That it is up to Trump to prove to us that he is able to lead. We shouldn't make it easy for him. Bottom line is this: essentially, do you not work with him until he shows some contrition on some of the social issues?
Look, let us be very clear, Chuck. When Donald Trump helped lead the birth of the movement, that was nothing less than a racist effort to undermine the legitimacy of the first African-American president we have ever had. That was racist, that was disgraceful. The African-American community and all of us deserve an apology. When he talks about Latinos and Mexicans as criminals and rapists, that is outrageous. When he says that one of the largest religions in the world, Islam, people or Muslims cannot visit the United States or enter the United States, that is an outrage. On those issues, let me be very clear, speaking only for myself, there is no compromise. We have come too far as a country to try to move forward in a non-discriminatory way, to go backwards and see us divided up by racism or xenophobia. On the other hand, issues like raising the minimum wage, Donald Trump has talked about he is not going to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. He is going to work to reestablish a Glass-Steagall legislation. He wants to rebuild the infrastructure. Those are issues that some of us have been working on for years. And if he wants to work with us on those issues, I accept that.
So you don't accept the premise that you shouldn't work with him under any circumstance?
Right. But I do think the point of that article is right. He has said outrageous things, and he needs to apologize to the American people. But there are people all over this country that really fight. But what I'm saying, the other thing, Chuck, is climate change. It is beyond comprehension that we have a president-elect who thinks that climate change is a hoax when the whole scientific community is telling us.
Right. But I'm going to go back to this other point. What do you say to the progressives that say, hey, the Republicans essentially united against President Obama, and guess what? It was good politically for the Republican Party. What you're describing is going to be perhaps good for the workers you're talking about, but it may be bad for the Democratic Party. What do you say to those progressives?
I think we need to protect workers. We need a good strategy to make sure that, in fact, we push our agenda. Look, on the issues, Chuck, that I'm talking about, these are the things that I have been fighting for years. But there is no compromise, none whatsoever, on bigotry. There is no compromise on climate change, because the future of the planet is at stake. We need a strategy, and I'm going to work on the strategy, to go to Michigan, to go to Wisconsin, to stand with working people, to demand that we reverse the decline of the American middle class.
Senator Sanders, that's all the time I have for today. Thanks for coming out and sharing your views, sir. And congrats on the new book, Power, and of course, host of Washington Week. She broke a barrier everywhere she went. Gwen was tough and fair, yet at the same time brought so much joy to her work. And not to mention, she had a great BS detector, something plenty of politicians learn the hard way. I was honored to have Gwen as a panelist on this show many times. She made everyone around this table, including myself, a lot smarter. In fact, she made over 70 appearances on this program over the years, and many times we were on the show together with someone we both called a mentor, Tim Russert. In her most recent appearance on Meet the Press, just 8 weeks ago, Gwen reflected on the opening of the new National Museum of African American History and Culture.
The emotion of the people in that audience, mostly black, singing full-throatedly, reminded me of one of the things that are true in this country, which is that we want to, we aspire to, we hope to make it a family union, and yet we see the clash, the hopefulness of that beautiful museum put up against what we see happen in the streets.
Industries started in the heartland, and we've expanded to nearly every state. Today, that's more than 60,000 American jobs. You may not always see our name on the products you use, but we help make better food, clothing,
And either flipped from 92 presidential election. Get this. In Virginia, out of the 20 million votes cast in the last 7 elections combined, only 72,000 votes separated the Republicans and the Democrats. In Ohio, 34 million presidential votes cast since 92, only 68,000 separate the two major parties. 296 votes separate the Democrats and the Republicans. That's 0.02%. If that was the margin in a single Florida election, we'd see an automatic recount, probably a lot of hand counts. Look, Florida is something we, of course, say often at Meet the Press. And as you can see, it's for good reason. It is the microcosm of America. You have small towns and big cities, blue-collar voters and upper-income voters. You have the old Republican coalition and the new Democratic coalition.
There's a
Florida
monkey
is the ultimate
there.
battleground state, and that's not going to change anytime soon.
That's a good shirt.
When we come back,